Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Another episode here on Riverbend Springs. So you can see we got some life in our pasture right now. We got 5 18-month-old Angus, and then we got 28-month-old, I want to say. We gotta look. We gotta look again real quick. We gotta switch over to Gramps' farm because he's, this is his pasture. 6-month-old. So we got 5 18 and 6, and 26-month-olds. Look at these cute guys. Look at them just having a good time. Good looking cows there, I'll tell you that much. Not sure why when you choose Angus you get brown Angus as well, but yeah, I don't really understand that one much at all. But it is what it is, I guess. So we are heading up to the store right now. And we have a new purchase. Another new purchase. Things are just flying off the shelves there at Axel's. Via my checkbook. Unfortunately, but things are needed on the farm, so... Oh, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna zoom off real quick, and we need to get the field flooded. We're gonna do that really quick. We forgot to do that, so we don't wanna go more time without getting some water on this rice. Again, I have no idea if this does anything, so if we look here at the map, which I have fixed, by the way. I figured out what it was. We look at fertilized. So it's not fertilized at all. So I wonder if we flood it. Which I have no idea how long this takes. Oh, okay, so it does. Oh no, it just watered. So I don't know if that... No, so it doesn't add like a fertilizer state or anything. Unfortunately. So we'll let that go for a while. I would assume it'd probably take a little bit. I'm guessing that's it might be a required thing for rice? I don't know. Don't check me on that. I really have no idea. We're new to the rice game, so we'll figure it out. Shoot, what was I talking about? I don't really remember what I was talking about before we yeeted off into the field. Yeah, I don't know. But, we're gonna grab this new purchase, and then we're gonna get to work. So here's our new purchase. We got ourselves a sprayer. We purchased it ourselves. We did have to take out a loan, so we have taken out our first loan, unfortunately. But we did just throw some weights on the front of the tractor because it definitely needs it. Sits a little squatty in the back with this big thing on there, but this has this tractor has narrower tires than the Challenger does on it, so if it works with the deer, we want to kind of run it on the deer, so we'll see. It's going to be better for spraying. But we are going to go run the truck up to Grandpa's friends. We're gonna get maybe some contact info for a few people that might need some spraying done. So we're gonna pick up maybe a few contracting jobs to maybe help pay off the sprayer. And yeah, so we'll get you guys over there, and then we're gonna have to actually pick up a few totes of herbicide as well to actually spray on the fields. If we come onto the entrance of the field, or of the farm, this entrance, there's a lot of entrances to the farm. And we just take a left, and then a quick right. He lives right here at this house. So this guy's name is Ben. Ben is worked with Grandpa for a long time. I'm sure you'll kind of see that once we start talking to him. Hey Ben, how you doing? Name's Sim. Nice to meet you.
Look who we have here. Last time I saw you, you were playing in cow dung. Remember me? I'm Ben. Some call me by my nickname, Helper B. You had a cold and wanted to play in mud after heavy rain. Lucky you couldn't smell what it actually was. You know, I've been helping your old grandpa for well over 3 decades now. Walter hired me as a helper some 35 years ago. I was still fresh. Couldn't drive a plow straight around the corner of an odd-shaped field. He showed me everything back then. It didn't take long before your grandparents couldn't live without me. He and his wife welcomed me to the family, and I became part of the farm. Did I want to run my own farm when I was young? Yes, I did. But that never happened. Doesn't matter, though. In a way, you could say I got stuck here. But I tell you what, that's the best thing that ever happened to me. I don't have to travel the world and reinvent myself all the time. That just sounds exhausting. I like you already. And you know, Walter has been a great boss and mentor to me. But let's get back to the present. I'm happy that you're here and taking over the farm. The last few months have been a challenge. I tell you that. Walter is getting older. He's tired. It had deep wrinkles on his forehead before you arrived. Even deeper than usual. And I'm not getting younger either. I avoid movement at all costs to protect my joints. However, since it was set in stone that you'd take over, his mood instantly turned around. Tell me, are you nervous about taking over?
Not at all. I'll manage.
Sure you will. No doubt about it. I remember my first day at the farm. I felt like a newborn calf, stumbling around aimlessly. But don't worry, we'll get you up to speed. This place may seem big and intimidating at first, but that's normal.
Well, what can you help me with, Ben?
Well, since your grandfather slowed down, he didn't really bother with the latest machines and did a lot of stuff, well, in an old school kind of way. That's probably why he sent you to me. I'm an avid reader of all those agricultural magazines, you know? Old, but still learning. However, if you need advice on livestock or forestry, you should talk to Katie and Noah, the local animal farmer and lumberjack. If you come to me, I can help you make sure everything grows well in the fields. As your grandpa always says, a watched crop never fails. Except if a twister hits. Happens. Whenever you need me, kid. See ya.
Alright, Ben. Hey, shoot me some of those contacts so we can get in touch with some of those people. So that's Mr. Ben. We'll see if maybe he wants to help us out on the farm eventually once we get kind of growing. But we are going to head down to the store now. Maybe we'll go and chat with either Katie or who was the other guy? David or something? Noah? Maybe? I don't remember who it was, but he recommended a few other people to talk to, so maybe we will try and chat with some other folks around town. Get to know some people. But for now, I'm gonna go grab those herbicide totes and then we'll get our field sprayed. We just got these totes loaded onto the truck, and we just started getting pounded with hail. Kind of a random hail event here. But you can kind of see it bouncing off the truck every now and then. Kind of bounces off the ground, which is kind of cool. I actually have no idea if hail causes any damage to crops like a twister does. But to see, and I also don't know how long this is going to last. This actually might last for a while, so I might be out of luck for the day. I don't want to be getting machines now in the hail. That doesn't make any sense. So we're actually probably just going to pull this right in to the barn, not worry about unloading it, and we'll probably get inside for a bit, or maybe we'll even tinker around with some machines. That might be needed. I know the deer needs some servicing, so maybe we'll try and do that as well, but definitely don't want to be out in this hail. It doesn't seem fun. Well, Gramps and I survived, but we'll go see if the crop survived. I'm not sure. I'd like to see if you actually get damage or not. So let's bust out the old side-by-side and do a little crop scouting. We'll unhook the trailer quick, obviously. There we go. Let's go see what happened. Anything happened with the old hail? Any damage here on our crops? Not really seeing anything. Doesn't seem like it. No damage to the oats, at least. We'll go check on the corn. I haven't even looked at the corn yet since we planted it. Looks a little bushy. That is corn, right? looks a little narrow. Looks a little narrow there, Giants. And random. No, is this 30-inch rows? There's no way this is 30-inch rows. This looks more like 22-inch rows. Is it more straight down this way? Oh, there we go. See, that looks a little wider. We didn't plant it this way, but, well, I guess, actually, see, these are our end rows, so then we did plant it this way. So that's kind of nice that there is that difference between you looking at it in the wrong way. So this is actually the direction that we planted our corn. Corn needs sprayed too. This is probably the last opportunity we'll have to spray our corn as well. So yeah, these are end rows, so that makes sense as to why these are wider. Yeah, these are 30-inch rows. These got to be 30-inch rows. Nice. So corn looks good. What does the corn need? Corn need anything? Corn needs, it's 50% fertilized, so we could get away with actually getting a layer of fertilizer over it as well. I would like to ideally spread dry fertilizer, and then instead of come in here and spray fertilizer. I know I've mentioned it before, but what I'm used to is that not many guys actually spray fertilizer. Most of the time that we spray in real life at least is like a herbicide. It's for weed control. We're gonna go check on the rice fields now. See what happened with the flooding. See if anything changed. Oh yeah, it's flooded up a little bit. I am noticing a little bit of lagging, like stuttering like that when we drive a vehicle that's kind of fast, like a truck or a side-by-side. So yield bonus plus 45, fertilize 0. So we actually should probably fertilize this as well. And again, if we look at the map, so it's mulch, it needs mulched. Is that what it's saying? Mulched. Needs lime, fertilized. Yeah. So We got to get some fertilizer on this rice as well. Which, again, I'm not very familiar with rice, so I don't know. It seems like with it being wet like that, like how do you go about fertilizing it? Should you be fertilizing it again before you put crop in the ground? Probably. I don't know. That would kind of be my guess. That's it for our crop scouting. That's about all we got. However, we do have a tornado warning this evening, so we might have to stay up and see if we can catch a tornado or not. And hopefully we are safe from said tornado. That would be a bit of a bummer if the minimal amount of crop that we actually have gets wiped out by this tornado. But I think we're gonna need to lock up our doors and everything in case we are gonna run into a tornado. Make sure everything's shut up. I guess we'll see you guys in the morning with the results. I lied, actually. We need to get into this field and get some get these weeds sprayed. Because our oats are actually going to be ready already next month, which I did not realize. And there we go. This will make quick work of the weeds, for sure. We did turn crop destruction off. Just not something that I want to mess with right now. I wanted to see what it looked like, so we did leave it on for a second, but I don't think anything's changed. It's not like it's pretty drastic, the crop destruction. It would almost be nice if there was just very minimal visual destruction, maybe just a yield differential, especially in a bushier crop like this, because you really don't. And in real life, if you've ever seen a field get sprayed, you can see where the tire marks are, but it's very minimal compared to kind of what we see in farm sim. So we're just gonna leave it off for now, and then we're also gonna hop over to the cornfield and get that sprayed as well. Good thing about middle of summer is we have longer days, so that's kind of nice. And we want to get that sprayed while we have a shorter crop, because driving through there with this probably wouldn't be too healthy for the corn. It'd be knocking stalks like left and right. Can't really see the lines, so I'm just kind of guessing at the moment. I've been playing with the idea of doing some trying manual shifting. I think that'd be kind of fun. Never really messed with it much on FS22. I think it could be a little fun. Where are we going? Guess we're gonna have to guess this one. I don't know where the actual line is here for some reason. It's a good little setup. I like it. Not too bad. This is a small spray you can get, so really didn't have a ton of options. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry about that. Honestly, it would be kind of nice to get some fertilizer in this field too, because I don't think we did any fertilizer in here. Yeah, there's no fertilizer on this field. We really need to get some fertilizer sprayed on this as well, so maybe once we get weeds sprayed, we're going to be working late into the night. We'll get fertilizer sprayed as well. I didn't realize oats were this soon. So we're not really starting out the best with these oats. We haven't planned our days out the best here for getting those oats done right. So we're only gonna have one fertilizer state on those oats unless we spray them again tomorrow, which I guess we could do. I don't really like spraying crop in a harvest ready state, and I actually have no idea if it actually works. I have no idea if it actually works, so I don't think I've ever actually sprayed a crop in a harvest ready state. It raises the booms up so it's not hitting the crop. Just right over top is what we want. I'm excited to do a little bit of contracting. I think that's going to be nice. Guess we probably could get away with just driving this ourselves. Now there really isn't, you can see here that there really isn't a multi-terrain angle type of a deal. Like when we plant, you'd kind of expect it to be a little bit of a diagonal, you know, diagonal row, because we did it on a diagonal, but it's not. It's either north and south or east and west, essentially. That's all you get. That's all we get, guys. North and south, east and west. Be happy with it. That's what Giants is saying to us. Luckily, we have fantastic modders out there that can give us multi-terrain angle maps, which we love. Alright, so we just ran up to the store, picked up 2 totes of fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, so we're getting that down right now. Probably our only application, like I said, because we are not good farmers, apparently. And then we actually will probably call it a day, and hopefully we don't get hit by a twister overnight. That would be very sad. We finished spraying our corn. We did not end up spraying the rice yet, but we need to. Rice harvest isn't until, long grain rice harvest isn't until September, so we have a pretty narrow window for rice, but we have quite a while. At least we have 2 more months going into that we can get herbicide sprayed and some fertilizer on that as well, so we should be able to manage with that. And honestly, we probably should have sprayed it this month, so then the next 2 months we could go fertilizer on it 2 times in a row instead of needing to go herbicide and then fertilizer in the same month, but that's alright. I mean, that's what happens sometimes when you only play 1-day seasons. We might end up increasing it to 2 days come next year. I think that would be manageable for us. Running 2-day seasons. I mean, 1 day is still manageable, but we just gotta have our ducks in a row a little bit better than we did or have so far this year. I'm just up here at the high school football field getting some stuff put away. There's definitely a tornado coming at some point here. It's raining. So community kind of comes out usually when things like this happen, so we're just up here helping clean up and put some equipment away and everything, so hopefully some things can be salvaged. Sorry, not savaged. We don't want things to get savaged. So we're gonna maybe take a little drive around, see if we can find anything. While also maybe staying safe. You don't want to run into the tornado. Drive through town. See if anybody needs anything. Guess I'm not 100% sure where it shows up at, and if you have to be on the right side part of the map to even see it. I don't know. You can go in and see if Betty needs anything at the cafe. Looks like they're all set there at the barber shop and general store, maybe. Not sure why a bus is out right now, but really pretty cool. Pretty cool animations and effects and everything going on. It feels like there's a storm a-brewing. Kind of wanted to see something. Maybe we'll top off with gas, make sure we have enough gas and then we'll pick up. In case something happens at the gas station. We can push time up a little bit and see if we can see anything. I don't know if it for sure comes or not or what, but my guess is that it would be, you'd be able to see it. For a while. I doubt it just shows up in a spot and goes away. I don't know. Maybe we just need to head home and make sure Gramps is doing okay. I think that's going to be the plan. And I guess we'll just wait it out inside. Hopefully it doesn't hit us. I know a few people have had twisters ripped through their fields already. Well, I don't know. I'm not seeing much. I guess we'll just go home and hunker down inside for the night. So it is July now, and the tornado ripped through here, around here somewhere, I heard. We're up more on the northeast side of the county. We're just trying to drive around and find maybe where it was, and it looks like we got some trees right there. Like, it's a pretty dead giveaway about where the tornado came through, so let's take a look. I want to see what the damage is. Oh yeah, you can even see some crop right there. That kind of got destroyed there in the field. That's really interesting. It doesn't take everything out, it just takes a little bit out. Huh. That's pretty interesting. So it just takes away some of the crop that it runs a path through. You can see it ripped right through here. All these dead trees. Huh. That is pretty cool. What's going on down here? Got a little traffic jam going on. Other people are stopping to look at the damage as well, I guess. I wonder if it went any farther than this? Full transparency, I did end up doing a little fly around to try and find it last night because I wanted to see what it looked like. So that's why I kind of know where it's at, but I didn't really look at it much because I wanted to kind of react to it with you guys. If we turn down here, we might be able to see a little bit more. Now, I am very curious about does the damage stay? How does that work? Oh, this is the bee farm. There's like a bee farm out here. That's all it is. It's pretty much a house and a bunch of beehives. So yeah, like, do these damaged trees stay unless you do like a deadwood contract with them, or is it that dynamic where the deadwood contracts actually recognize where the dead wood actually is? I don't know. Very curious about this. Look, it's even down there even. There's some trees down by the water that are even kind of destroyed. Did it get this field? Oh, it got this field too. So it went down to the water, and then maybe once it hit the water it kind of stopped. Huh. Not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's not going to be very cool when it hits our tree, or our farm, if it ever does, but it's pretty wild stuff. But kind of a cool little feature. It's cool that it takes the trees out and fields and things like that. It's pretty wild. So, anywho, we are going to call that an episode. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I can get back up to the road from here. I don't even know. I think this is like a ferry spot where you can cross. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with me. I really don't feel like we did much this episode, but we got a little role play action in there. I'll take this road. This seems promising. That road probably seems more promising, but whatever. We'll figure it out. Oh, still got the traffic jam going. Beep, beep. We're trying to get through here. If I was a good citizen, I would have stopped and helped that car. We needed some help. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed, hit the like button. Consider subscribing for more content. Thank you to the YouTube channel members. And we will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.